Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rick House Reviews. As always, it is Ryan with
And Doug.
Heck yeah. Um, lucky enough, this past week, in early January, I don't know when I'm gonna release it. I got my hands on two of the new Four Roses red labels, the OESO and the OESK. And the OESK also happens to be a floor 6. Which is highly sought after out of Four Roses specifically. We're going to give these both a taste super quick. Not super quick. We're going to enjoy it a lot and take our time.
Most importantly.
And give you our scores on both of these. We'll have them over the bottles when we're done scoring them. And like normal, it's our normal 100-point scale that we came up with. And I think we're going to start with the OESO, which is, of course, I'm sure I can find an infographic and put it up about Four Roses. But it is their only distillery. It's old Penchus Pentant Distillery, which is now Four Roses. The E is their 70/20 5-grain bill, something like that. And then the O is their yeast strand because they have a bunch of different yeast strands. So it's really, really cool. It's interesting. I like that they do this, and I'm like that they are not just doing a single barrel product anymore. They're putting all like 9 or 12 of the recipes out with the new red labels this year.
There we go.
Should be good. All right, I'll start with the OESO.
Yep.
That was the one on your left.
Mm-hmm. The real left.
That is just a shocking amount of fruit on the palate.
Yep.
Shocking amount of red fruit. And like a very, very like small amount of vanilla. Maybe a little bit of oak on it.
There you go. Get a little, maybe brown sugar? Or burnt sugar. It's not the burnt sugar.
I'm expecting to taste the sugar more like most Four Roses product, but shockingly, very, very fruity on the palate.
There you go. Yep.
Like a shocking amount of red fruit on the palate. Like it's not raspberries, like strawberry, cherry, kind of red fruit. Very oaky, very brown sugar. Really nice, delicate oak and vanilla on the palate finish too. That is
very smooth.
Oh, that's a piece of bottle because I just opened these. It's I expect smooth from Four Roses.
Oh, yeah, always.
Like, yeah, that's what I expect from Four Roses products.
And again, the finish is just so smooth.
Yeah.
So simple, so easy.
Now that last sip, I got a little bit of. Now it's more brown sugar than burnt sugar.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Again, the scoring goes as normal. Aroma, 25. Flavor, 30. Finish, 25. 5, 0 to 10. And recommend, 0 to 10. Simple enough.
Okay. While he's scoring, I will say I will have a caveat on my buy again and recommend. And I will explain my caveat of why I gave them those scores when we get to it. And it will, I'm just going to say it's going to be the same on the other bottle.
All right.
Okay.
Got my numbers in.
Okay. Aroma.
I really liked it. Out of the 25, I gave it a higher mark than normal. Right there at the 20 mark.
I also gave it a 20. Yeah, it smells so good. It's so fruity. It's so vanilla. You get a little bit of the oak age. This is probably the best smelling Four Roses bottle I have. I don't have, fair warning, I don't have any of the limited release ones they do every year. Unfortunately, was missed one.
around the corner from the actual distillery.
Oh no, I missed them in the drop system in November. It's how I got a Stag and a E.H. Taylor single barrel and an Elmer T. Lee that day instead. So I didn't really miss out that badly. Flavor, I gave it a 22. Did
I
we
gave it a
agree?
22, actually. Yeah.
I was
Kept
like,
it
oh man, I
simple.
feel like I
It's
need to take off.
good,
I was like,
but
should I take off a couple points?
it's not as high as,
We have room
a
to grow.
25.
We have room to grow. I really liked it. I don't think it's the best Four Roses sample I've ever tasted because I have had pours of some other stuff.
Yep.
Some of their other limited releases and some of their private barrel stuff.
Yep.
That I did like better. Finish, I gave it a 20.
I gave it a 22.
I thought it was really smooth. It didn't really burn a lot. I had a little bit of the bitterness, but not a lot, and so I gave it a couple.
Deducted points.
Yeah, I
for
took
that.
2 points off for that.
Okay.
Basically.
Understandable.
What did you get for buy again and recommended?
I am going 6 and 6 for both buy
Okay.
again and recommend. It's
Okay.
a really good bottle.
Cool.
For what it is. It gives all of those great finishes that we've mentioned throughout: the vanilla, the sugar, the oak, and of course that cherry flavor, that fruity flavor in the nose.
Yeah. So I gave it an 8 for both buy again and
Very
recommend. However, I have a caveat, and that is if you can find them at the sales price.
True.
I paid under sales price for these.
Nicely done.
Most places have them going for 50.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say where I got them for or how I got them for that, but
Right.
a lovely, lovely individual put them up for pre-order. I have seen them going for 60 on shelves. I have seen them. I saw a photo. Somebody picked them up for 70.
Right.
I think at that price, I'm not going to give them an 8, but if you can get them at 50 or 45 even,
right,
which is where they sell some of their other products at that price range,
yep,
I would recommend you pick these up over any of the other Four Roses products at that price range. I gave them an 8 on both.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool. And I will have that caveat for the other one too, probably.
More than likely.
More than likely, I will have the caveat to it. Are you ready to move on to the OESK? Floor 6. I'm so excited. Oh my God.
Interesting. No longer have that fruity flavor.
This is going to be really, really weird. This smells like a chai latte.
Oh, that might explain why.
It's got that tea. It's got some tea to it, some tea flavor to it. But then it also has like the spices.
Because I'm getting the caramel and like some funky spices.
I'm getting like a brown sugar chai latte. It's got tea, it's got baking spice, it's got a little bit of brown. I wouldn't call it caramel, I'd call it brown sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, that smells phenomenal.
But I like my fruitiness.
Yeah.
But that's the breakdown of the yeast, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's the difference in the yeast.
O and the K.
So, yeah, I think it's the difference in the yeast. It's incredible how they figured that out. All right, let's go for it.
Again, very smooth.
Yeah.
Very simple.
It is oak. It is oak. It is caramel.
Mm-hmm.
And there is basically nothing else in there.
See, I get a little like light tea.
Yeah. I get a lot of light tea in the finish.
Okay. And of course the caramel.
I thought I was going to love this bottle.
The other one?
Over the other one. I don't. You'll see when I score it in a second and we talk about it. Why? Maybe it's a floor 6 thing. I don't know, but
it's still very, very, very.
It's a great one. So I'll start.
Okay.
The best part of this was the aroma.
Okay.
I'm actually going to change my score right now. I'm going to give it a 21.
Okay.
I am changing my score right now on my board. It is a 21.
I think I was a little biased because I like the fruited notes from the original one. So
Yeah.
I dropped it just barely, so I gave it a 19.
Okay.
I still enjoyed the aroma, but in comparison, I like the other one just a little bit better.
I liked the smell of this one better. I liked the baking spices. I liked the tea smell. I liked the brown sugar in it. Yeah, I liked the
There you
aroma.
go.
Maybe 2 points more was a bit generous. They should have only gone 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I did go 1. It's a 21.
Yeah, that's a 20.
I want 1 higher.
Exactly.
I can't read my own handwriting.
That happens.
I want 1 higher because I think it is 1 point better. It was also the best thing about it. I gave it a 15 on flavor. It had oak, it had caramel, and then it was flat nothing. It was just smooth. It was all complexity up front and then nothing on the back half. And then spoilers, I gave it a 12 on the finish because there was a little subtle tea and then nothing.
See, I liked its smoothness, just like Whole
Yeah.
Four Roses. I like it just finish a little bit more. I actually gave it 1 more point to give it 23 finish.
Okay.
With the flavor, again, consistent. Four Roses flavors are just nice.
So you gave it another
I
22.
gave it another 22.
Cool. Buy again and recommend. I went with the same score on this. I went with 5s on both. My caveat would be maybe not get a floor 6 and see if that adds a little bit of complexity to the flavor and finish.
True. And so with buy again, I actually dropped it from a 6 to a 5. It's right there in the middle. Depending on if you can find it, then yeah, go for it.
I ironically also have an OESK sitting right off screen that is a private barrel pick that I like a lot better than this OESK.
True.
Yeah. So that maybe we blind them later. See which one wins.
Uh-oh.
See if I'm full of shit.
That could be a possibility.
Could be a very possibility.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That
That will be in another video.
It will be. So this is actually funny. I think they split. I think they're way closer in score than we thought they are.
Right.
But I also think that's a good thing.
Yes.
I think it speaks to the consistency that Four Roses has, which is why they continue to be one of my favorite distilleries.
Without a shadow of doubt.
I would, if we get to the point that we can do barrel picks with people and for people, I would love to do a Four Roses pick because I think it'd be a blast.
Without a shadow of doubt.
I would love it.
I would probably still do first one or OESO.
Yeah, well, you don't really get to pick when you go, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think the OESO is my favorite. I think I like the fruit flavor to it over the baking spices and the oak. You can't. All right. We'll be back next video. We got a few options, so I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do. But as always, thank you guys for engaging the algorithm. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us if we're full of crap. If you guys like your OESK on a different floor, please let me know. I want to know if this is a floor 6 issue.
And again, we're gonna do a blind eventually.
We'll blind both. We'll blind both my OESKs and see which one wins.
And,
Eventually, and we will see you guys next time.
Ryan and Doug, Rick House, out.